Hi, welcome to PDQ Live. I'm Tara, and today we have Brockstar here.
Hey, everybody.
Hi, Brock.
How are you?
Good. Thanks for coming.
Yeah, absolutely. Anytime Josh is away, that guy kind of scares me.
He should.
Yeah.
He's terrifying. Just kidding. Josh is so nice.
He is.
All right. We have a lot to get through today. So we are going to, first of all, talk about the end of Windows 10. It's been coming for a while, right?
It has been. Yeah. People try to push back. I saw some people in California even try to sue Microsoft and stuff and say, no, you need to support this longer. And
do they care? Probably not.
Probably not.
No. So we'll cover that. We'll talk about what's ending when, maybe some extended life thing. Then you are going to talk about updating to 25H2, right?
Wait, I'm doing that?
Yeah, you are. And then Andrew is going to talk about the wonders of PowerShell logging, right?
Oh, he's excited.
I know. He is. Andrew's amazing. But first,
So excited.
Kelly has some announcements.
I do. It is the continuation of the PDQ World Tour. We are going to be attending 2 conferences. These are kind of like overlapping and back-to-back. So first, October 12th through 15th, we'll be at the Midwest Management Summit, Music City Edition. And Andrew, I do believe you're going to be there. Is that right?
Very
Andrew
excited. Yes. Get there on Sunday. That's right.
Now, is it Nashville that you're going to be?
Yeehaw. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Music City.
Yippee-ki-yay. So make sure you wander on over there. Andrew's going to have some swag, I've been told. And on top of that, October 15th and 16th will be at the Massachusetts Computer Using Educators. So if you're an EDU and plan on attending that conference, swing over to our booth because Jason Hanks will be there and someone I call an absolute rock star. This is, she's in sales, but man, she knows her stuff. Her name is Alyssa. And so they'll be at that conference. And again, they will have tons of swag. So
It's the power duo.
Yeah. The power duo of PDQ will be on hand. So part of the PDQ World Tour. Enjoy.
Andrew, what are you going to do in Nashville?
Well, Sunday I'm going to be playing disc golf, and then the entire week I'm going to be engaged with the community, learning about IT topics and meeting customers, having fun.
How much barbecue are you going to eat in Nashville?
There is no limit. I will find out.
I would say all of it.
Whatever it is, I'm pushing it. Okay.
I love how he's so serious, and then if you push him, he'll break.
He can just transition like that.
He can. I love it. I love it. Okay, so look, AllPlayer just said Windows 10 LTSC versions will carry on.
Oh, we're going to talk
Microsoft
about
support.
it.
Yeah, let's talk
We're
about
going to
it.
talk about it.
So we did make a nice little spreadsheet, and when I say we, I mean Joshua, my AI. He's my AI.
Oh, is that what you?
Yeah, I call him Joshua.
Nice.
All right, so Drew, do you want to share this? Can you maybe?
Is it the same as this one? Brock, that
Yeah.
you sent me?
Oh my gosh!
No, that one is different than what Tara had.
Well, Drew made it prettier though.
No, that one. Let me share
Yeah.
this one and see if we can talk to the. Oh, I
Drew
don't even
can
know
make
if
it
we can see
prettier.
this one. Okay.
Wow, that's extra small. Sweet.
I'll blow it up. But yeah, you can talk through this.
Okay. So end of life. Let's start with server. Whoa. Oh gosh. Maybe we should go back to Drew's. Well, yeah. Whatever.
that?
Yeah. Sure.
There
Yeah.
you go.
Okay. Looks like October 4th, 2025. Windows 10.
14th.
14th. Sorry. Yeah. Wow. Do I need new glasses? I might. Windows 10 All Editions 22H2 Exchange Server 2016 and 2019. So we already started getting rid of those. Am I the only one that really likes 2016? I really like that one. Do you like that one, or is it just me?
Exchange server?
Yeah. I really like that one.
I don't know if I've met an Exchange server that I like yet.
I liked 2016. I have a fondness. Okay. And then Office 2016, 2019. So pretty much across the board. And then October 13th. Weirdly, I don't know why this one's October 13th. Windows Server 2012. And if you're still running 2012, I don't know. That's pretty old.
I am sad about that one.
Are you?
I like
you like
server
that one?
2012 R2, yeah.
Okay. So we both have one that we
Yeah,
like.
We
Same
have a
thing.
favorite.
Okay. Same.
But yeah, I mean, this October,
Mm-hmm.
it's next week is a rough week for old Microsoft products.
Yeah. So if you go to the next tab over, there are
PSU?
some extended service. So
Cool.
here's what you can do. Oh, these are little teeny
Hold on.
tiny, but
Let's see if we can
CM
look up.
still has a few of those 2012. Okay, I mean, in some environments you can't update for reasons. Maybe you have some legacy applications, you need them. Who knows? So you're stuck with them. So here is some extended support. You can extend these ones for up to 3 years for this much money. So here's the cost breakdown. So you probably already looked into it. We just thought we'd cover this for just a bit here. Ooh. Look at that one. 6 months for 2016, 2019, October 14th to April 14th, 2026.
This stuff adds up, though.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Well, that's
PSU
per
pricing.
device.
Yeah.
Look at that. Per year, $61 per device. And then the next year it doubles. So,
Right. And then doubles
Microsoft-
again after that.
Yeah. Not messing
So
around.
61, 122, and then
Mm-hmm.
244 or something per device. So, I mean, if you've got a device that is like, hey, this is mission critical and we just cannot upgrade it for a couple of years,
Mm-hmm.
you got to do it in like onesies, twosies. This isn't like, I don't see this as being like a good option for like a fleet of devices because
Yeah,
that
probably
would
not.
be astronomical. But
Ooh, CM is bold. He has a 2008 R2. Well, I mean, yeah, he's okay. So if you haven't already done an audit in your environment, maybe it's a good time to take a look, see what you can do to upgrade those machines and move forward.
But we do have some other dates that I want to talk about.
Okay.
Drew,
let's
if
talk
you
about
want to pull up that other slide I sent you. This is just kind of an overview of like all the different operating systems that are going on right now and how long they'll last. So we have Win 10 22H2. That one obviously ends next week. So sad about that. I liked Windows 10 quite a bit. I say Windows 7 was probably my favorite. Windows XP is right around there. But Windows 10 was pretty solid for me. Didn't have a lot of issues with it. But we do have more options than just the extended service updates. So you have Windows 10 2021 LTSC. Now this is interesting because you'll see that support for 2021 lasts until 2027, but support for 2019 lasts until 2029. And that's because when LTSC first became a thing, Microsoft promised it as like the 10-year lifecycle operating system. And then they came out with LTSC IoT, and that became the 10-year lifecycle operating system. And so 2021 was only like 5 years support. I don't know why they did that. I'm not sure even really what like major differences there are between IoT and IoT or LTSC and IoT LTSC.
Just to be confusing. I don't know.
Yeah.
Do you think they understand
I don't think so at this
Licensing
point.
or
Yeah, I'm not
copyright?
sure. I have a suspicion that was because like even I ran LTSC for a while.
Mhm.
And you're not supposed to. LTSC was supposed to be like, hey, this is for like ATM machines and other like devices that are just going to be sitting there needing to run like all the time, right? They weren't supposed to be like end user devices, but everybody used them because you had such long-term support for them.
Yeah.
But things didn't work on them, like Windows Store apps weren't supported and things
Mhm.
like that. So there was some caveats there. But
Yeah.
then they came out with LTSC IoT, and that thing is supported until 2032. So if you're rocking that, you are good for a while. But yeah, so I mean, you do still have some options there.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Okay.
yeah, still sad to see Windows 10 go.
Ooh, CM, you are brave. You are brave. I gotta say. Woo. Okay.
I
Next
wonder
up.
if those are online though.
I don't know. I will say I ran an XP machine long ago for a long time because there was a very stubborn editor, and I would unplug it from the network and then hurry and run updates, unplug it again. This went on for a long time, so I have been there. I'm not going to shame him.
Yeah, I mean, if it's not connected to the internet, I mean, go nuts, right?
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
who cares? Unless you don't have a very physically secure location and people are like getting in on your devices. But yeah, if
Yeah.
it's not connected to the internet, it's in some closet somewhere that you just use occasionally for some random task. I mean, have at it.
Okay, next up, Brock's going to do 25H2.
Let's see if I can get to my stuff here first. All right. So before we go to 25H2, we showed this as a couple months ago because we are losing Windows 10 next week.
Mm-hmm.
If you haven't upgraded to Windows 11 yet, you're kind of running out of time. For months I was like, no, I mean, depending on the software and the systems that you got, you still have time to upgrade, right?
Mhm.
now you've got less than a week, and now I'm saying you're out of time.
Yeah.
But so I did wanted to cover this again real quick, real briefly. This is how, if you are on Windows 10, this is how you can upgrade to Windows 11 using PDQ Connect. We've got a couple packages here. This first package, this is the Windows 11 upgrade. This is using basically an online method. So this is just going to send off a PowerShell script onto the endpoint, and it's going to run it. And it's basically just going to stream all the files that it needs to do the in-place upgrade to go to Windows 11 24H2.
So first question, what machines are eligible for this update?
So this is going to be your standard, like, there was all the hardware requirements for Windows 11.
Mhm.
And so you're going to have to meet those same
That
qualifications there. You're going to need the
compatibility check.
TPM 2.0.
Okay.
You're going to need this, specific processors, a certain amount of RAM, things
Okay.
like that. So secure boot
Okay.
enabled. So yeah, you are going to have to meet those hardware requirements. We also did a webcast talking about kind of some alternatives. If you don't meet those requirements, Chrome OS Flex was a big one that we
Yep.
liked.
Mhm.
But yeah, so if you do meet the hardware requirements and you haven't done the upgrade yet, let me scroll down so you can actually see the script. It's not a massive script by any means, but this will just go out. It will download those files off the web and just run the upgrade for you. Now,
Okay.
this is going to take a little while to do that, probably, because this is going to be a full feature upgrade from Windows 10 to Windows 11. So this, process could probably take 30-ish minutes or so.
Mhm.
Probably less, but depending on, of course, your resources and everything. So yeah, you have this option right here, and this is the one that I kind of like better. However, if you want to, let me find my other Windows 11 package here. Apparently it's not named that. Here we go. If you want to download the files yourself, you certainly can. You can download the actual Windows 11 ISO file.
Okay.
And then you're kind of doing a similar approach with PowerShell. So this, you're actually downloading the ISO, you're pushing over to the client itself. So the files are there locally, and then you're running PowerShell to actually do the upgrade for you. So you're not streaming the files on the internet. This is good if you want to make sure that the actual files themselves, like maybe you don't have a steady internet connection or something like that.
Yeah.
And you want to make sure the file itself is on the local machine before you actually try to do the upgrade to make sure it doesn't get interrupted or something like that. That's a good choice for this. So very similar approach, but some differences depending on what your preference is.
Should I first make a dynamic group of Windows 11 machines so I don't waste time and get some failures along the way? Would that be a good move here?
Absolutely. Yeah,
Okay.
definitely go through, set up your, we have some PowerShell scanners and stuff that we've written about that will go and detect like, hey, which one of these meets the hardware requirement? Which one has some, enough disk space? Which ones have enough RAM?
Yep.
Which ones have the TPM 2.0 and secure boot enabled and stuff like that. So definitely set up collections so you're not just guessing which ones can receive this update and which ones can't. Especially if you're rocking older hardware, there's a decent chance that you don't meet those hardware requirements because the bump from Windows 10 to Windows 11 was more significant than it has been in years past. Usually it's been like, hey, just have enough RAM, have enough disk space, and have a certain processor, you're good to go.
Yeah.
But with the TPM requirements and stuff like that and secure boot, it all of a sudden a lot of people, their older equipment did not meet those specs anymore.
Sure. So then, excuse me, as this runs, the group membership will get lower and lower and lower, and I can watch my success.
Exactly.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that's the best way to go.
Yep. Yeah. So let's back out of here. So now we're
Okay.
going to talk about 25H2.
Okay,
which
25H2.
is now available for everybody. It'll start rolling out by itself. But the nice thing about 25H2 is if you're already running Windows 11 24H2 is it uses the same core build.
Okay.
So that means that you can use an enablement package to upgrade to 25H2 instead of doing like a full feature upgrade, which again takes probably 30 minutes or so. The nice thing is that all the enablement package does is it goes through and basically Microsoft has been adding features to Windows 11 24H2 over a period of months. They're like, hey, here's a feature, but it's not enabled yet. It's just kind of there. All the resources and stuff for it are there and they're available, but they're not enabled. So that's all that the enablement package does is once you deploy it, it's like, hey, turn on all these features, you're good to go.
Okay.
So that's why it's a very quick process.
Okay.
So I'm going to behind my package that I built for this.
Okay. So to clarify, you in your environment in Lumen, you only picked 24H2 machines on purpose. But if you have a very large environment, you definitely want to build the collection to filter out devices of that architecture to make sure you're not going to have a bunch of failures along the road. Okay.
And there's probably not a pre-built group for Windows 25H2, and I haven't built one here. But you can easily go through here and just filter for those devices that are 25H2. So again, you can see them move from that 24H2 group to the 25H2 group. You can see that, all my devices, this was a new environment that I set up, and I was like, hey, Windows 10 is going away, so why not just get all Windows 11 going? So that's what we did here. Now the package itself is this one right here. Now there's a few prereqs here that we've included: KB 504 3080, KB 506 4081. These, you may need these, you may not. I included them here more as like just in case. But all of these KBs can just be downloaded from the Windows Update catalog. Just go search those KBs, download them, add them to your own package. And I didn't change anything on here except for I set them to continue. So if you already have like an update that precedes these, then you don't need them. So
it just skips it and moves
exactly.
on.
It'll just be like, oh, instead of erroring out, I just set it to continue. The other thing I did change on this package is I set the timeout for 15 minutes. Now, these updates have traditionally been taking, in fact, actually, before I do that.
Some of them took a little bit of time, so you didn't want it to fail out on you.
Right. And I'm going to deploy this while we're talking about it so it can get going.
Eric Queen, it isn't available right now, but we can ask Andrew and Brock to put it up in our GitHub if you want, or we can
this
talk
is
to
an
Chad.
example, and I was talking to Chad, and
Okay.
he was considering putting this as an actual supported package in the package library. So stay tuned for that. This is just kind of like my pre-build draft concept of this package. I'm going to deploy that out. If we go, I deployed that to Dylan. So if we go back, you can see it's.
Hey, I like your naming convention, Brock.
Hey, thanks.
You're welcome.
Matches my Lumen theme up
I know,
here.
I like it.
So anyways, this is in progress. You can see that this is 24H2 right now. So we'll come back to that in a minute while it's running, but we're going to return back to this package. So again, I changed the timeout to 15 minutes. I think this KB itself was like 3.5 or 4 gigs, something like that. So this one was pretty big. So that's why I changed that, because it could take a while to get the files over there and run them and everything. So like I said, it's usually the amount of times I've tried this, I would say average is like 4 minutes to install this and like be rebooted and everything.
So the first two are prereqs.
Yeah.
The third one is the one
this
that
is
actually
the
is doing
actual
something.
enablement package right here. So this is KB 505 4156. Now this one, I did make a change to it. So when you download, these are all going to be MSU files that you download, by the way, when you get them from the Microsoft Update catalog. So you download these, and when you attach them to your package, you would just go add an install step, attach installer. You would go and find your file and click it, right? It's going to add it. You can see here that MSIs, MSUs, MSPs, they're all accepted. What happens when you attach an MSU file is it automatically attaches certain parameters to it. And those parameters show up right here. So this one just has quiet. You'll see that this one has quiet and no restart. And this one is also quiet and no restart. So when you attach these by default, it's going to add those two parameters to it because, again, you want to deploy this silently because you don't want to freak out your users. And you normally don't want to restart their computers. However, I removed the no restart flag on this one because the update won't finish. It won't take until it restarts.
Gotcha.
So this one I said, you know what, go ahead and restart. And that way, when it's done, it receives all the updates, the computer actually reboots, and then we can scan it and make sure that it actually upgraded.
Gotcha.
So that's the only difference is there. Set your time. Again, I put 15 minutes. You can extend this longer if you need to. Add your prereqs. You know your environment. Maybe you know whether you need these or not. This is the enablement package right here. Set it to no restart. You could just add it by default, and then you could do a reboot step afterwards.
Or schedule your reboot if you reboot on Sundays, whatever you want, whatever works for you. Awesome.
But that's really all it is to it. It's easier than, again, a full feature upgrade, which is nice. Let's go back to our devices here. Oh,
it's going.
Dang it.
It's in progress. Well, let's go to Andrew and come back and see if it finishes.
Oh, actually, it's saying it's
Oh,
done.
did it go?
2 minutes.
2 minutes.
Yeah, so let's deployments. Oh,
Dylan.
yeah, so 2 minutes. Again, this stuff is pretty dang quick.
That's
2
pretty
minutes,
fast.
5 seconds. Yeah, you can kind of see my averages over here. Yeah, super fast. The devices, I'll start a scan. It might still be rebooting and updating information and stuff, so I'll start a scan. But if it doesn't update right now, we can come back and take a look here in a minute.
Okay.
But yeah, so that's kind of like how easy it is. Again,
I love it.
this is just my package that I built for it. You can customize it for, you know, your needs, your use cases, and everything. And again, we might be adding this. I don't want to make like any promises and stuff, but this might get added at a later time to the actual package library.
I love it.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks, Brock. Okay, let's go to Andrew for PowerShell.
PowerShell pro tips.
Well, yes. Happy October. In October, there's a lot of times there's like trick or treats, right? So no tricks today. You guys have taken care of that. But I got some treats. All right. Some lovely treats. We all have event logs. We need to explore them with PowerShell. So I'm actually going to ask for your participation. Can I get a volunteer from the webcast? Brock? Oh, you? Thank you. You'd be a lovely helper.
As he takes
Appreciate
a
that.
big swig of his drink.
Yeah, what's
Yeah,
going
you
on?
thought you were out.
What can I help you
I
with?
just need you to click around a little bit, good sir,
Okay.
since you have the laptop. Curious if you could open up the event log. We're going to do the manual way at first, all right? Because that is actually not a terrible way to get started. It is a graphical interface. If you don't know exactly what you're looking for, you can browse and discover things. And unless you're super competent at PowerShell, it might be harder to massage things so it gives you exactly what you want. So there's nothing wrong with checking out the good old event viewer. Do you want to open up one? Maybe like security or something? Applications, maybe? Just click around.
Where do you want me to go?
Let's go to Windows logs. There you go. These are some juicy ones. Security obviously sounds kind of relevant. As sysadmins, we are responsible for a lot. And what I found was true for me with events is that I would only look at them if there was an issue, or, you know, eventually I configured it so I'd have event forwarding and I could kind of keep track of things.
Man, we're in good shape over here. You see all this success?
Well, that's how it goes, Doc. See, that's where filtering comes into hand.
Oh, there we go.
There you go. There's a little bit of a something happening there. But it's kind of hard to know what to look for. And maybe over time you discover one event and it's relevant to you and you want to kind of keep track of it. Well, using this method, it's going to be harder. What I instead recommend, my friends, is actually PowerShell. Who'da thunk? It's actually really helpful for this because we can kind of grow over time. It can grow with us. So we'll get started on the super basics. There's a whole bunch of event logs. I've provided some for you here. We got 4625. If memory serves, I think that is a failed logon attempt. So as you can see on line 19 right there, that's the ID that we're looking for, 4625 in the security log. And then that little start time thing, the sense on line 16 we define, we're basically going to look for the past 12 days. We're going to get the current date. We're going to look back 12 days, and that's going to be the start time for this query. Okay, let's run lines 17 through 21 if you could. Yeah, run all of it. There you go.
17 through 21.
Yeah, that'll work. I hope. Press F8.
Ta-da. No events are found.
Okay, well, it's a new computer and nobody's messed up yet.
Oh, do you want
That
me
is quite reassuring.
Did you already run?
I don't want you to log off and do anything.
Did you want me
yet.
to run line 16 with it? You not already run that?
Oh, maybe I have not. Yeah, you're right. I've moved computers so many times today and prep for this, so yeah, that's fine. There's none returned for this.
Yes.
Could you change it to 4624? Because this is a 2.
4264.
Run it again?
Wait.
I think you said 4264.
Oh, did you say
you did it right.
4264?
No, you did it right.
Oh, sorry to
Rock,
listen
you're
to me.
good. We're cooking.
Tara?
Why are you listening to
Give
me?
it a shot.
All right.
Did you press F8?
I sure did.
Oh, sorry, buddy. You might need to open up the other VS Code instance. I apologize for that.
This guy?
Yeah, I can drive from here as well. I'm sorry to put you on this.
Oh, you want me to
Maybe
run
some
this?
code that's not running. Yeah, give it a shot.
All right.
I ran into some issues. This is a brand new setup of VS Code.
Oh.
Yeah, that's totally fine. We're gonna just run things. You know, I like to type, don't you?
Oh, absolutely.
We're gonna do some copy pasta. We're gonna do this, a bingo bongo.
Copy pasta. I'm going to say that all the time now.
Copy pasta. Yeah, that's like old school internet stuff.
Yeah.
I think everything's a copy pasta these days. Okay, sorry about this. It's trying to adjust things over here. All right. So we're looking for some event logs. Unfortunately, this is a brand new VS Code setup, and running it as admin is not working for some things. I did it twice, so that is always an interesting occurrence when that happens. Let me pull up the old one now. Oh my gosh. We're just going to type stuff.
This is what
I
happens.
like
Okay.
the mention of I want the pizza party he's talking about in there, though, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
I like his commented out thing. That's my favorite part.
Oh, well, we'll get to that in just a second.
Okay.
I want to show you
forward
this
to it.
filter hash table thing real quick, and then we can dive into the actual code that I've written, because a lot of this, you're going to have to know what you're looking for, know the log name you're looking for. So for this one, we're going to be using the security log. We have an ID that we want. We're just going to specify one. I actually have a script that I'll show you here that has a ton of common IDs. We'll actually do 4 for this one, and we're going to get all of them. We don't need to filter anymore.
Let's look at all of them. I want to know every incident that happened. I
So
wish
when
I
it
was
comes
kidding.
to,
I'm excited to see how many lines this returns.
I mean, it's nice to start with more data and then be able to refine it. And a lot of things security related are about getting insight. And if you can have some PowerShell that just runs and maybe shows you very relevant, important security events, you can suddenly feel like you have some insight into your organization. But let's go over this. So Get-WinEvent, we're running that command. We're giving it a hash table that we're going to use to filter. Okay, log name, security ID. That looks good to me.
Oh my gosh.
goodness,
I've
that's too
changed my
much.
mind now, Andrew. That's too much.
So
That is too much.
this is nice though, because this is kind of like how my process of going through PowerShell, right? It's like I do the bare minimum, make sure it works, and then I go from there. I work off that, be like, hey, yep, I got the results I expected. Now let me filter it. Now let me refine it. Maybe I'm looking for specific properties, dates, whatever, so.
Exactly. Yep. And so for this one, you said, Tara, it's too much. You can define your max events. We're keeping it simple. We want 2 max events. And similar vein, we can go ahead and add that since thing, the start time equals, we'll get today's date.
Yeah. What happened at like 7:08 this morning? What was Andrew doing?
Oh, this guy. You woke
This
up a little
guy.
early. We'll look for the past 1 day.
Okay.
All right. Oh, look at that. Just a couple of times. Just a busy bee.
Well, you still
That
got
is
max
me.
events in there.
I don't want to get, I mean, there's going to be so many, I have a feeling.
Yeah.
I guess
yeah.
Mhm.
we'll see how many there really are. 55? Yeah,
What?
there's quite a few. So that is how you basically just use the filter hash table. You need to know
Yeah.
that. It's kind of simple. You plug in a log name, you plug in an ID. There may be more you need to do. This is more efficient than other ways because you're just specifying the simple stuff you want. You're not overloading your servers, which is always a good thing to not do.
I mean, here's
Try
the
and
thing.
open up
The event viewer is not the most efficient GUI I've ever used, so this
No.
is, this is nice.
It's definitely not the most efficient, but it's mostly like we're thinking about, we want tools over time. We don't want to keep solving the same issue over and over again. And that can require us to need to look at stuff and remember what we looked at so we can just run a script and check it again.
And you
That's
could really build
basically-
this out and like make it so you run it and it just prompts you, hey, what security code are you looking for?
Well-
What event ID are you looking for? You just type it in and it just pulls the information, and you kind of customize the script yourself for the information you want it to return. Because again, you're used to your process, your workflow and stuff like that. And you can customize this and build this out however you want and be like, hey, I want like this type of information. I'm looking for these events, and just
Yep.
go from there.
I can think of a very specific use case for this. I
Hmm.
mean, I think you need to refine it a little bit from where you're at right now, but correct me if I'm wrong, Andrew. How many people have had HR say, this employee is being a little lazy in their job? Can you tell me when they log in each day?
Yeah,
That's
hope
happened
you
to
don't
me
get
quite
that
a bit.
I
request.
do not like
But-
those requests.
I've got that request a
Oh,
lot.
Yeah, I've gotten it.
You said you weren't going to squeal.
I mean, it would be nice to just automate that.
I'll show you a way where you can take what I have, you can copy it to whatever, event logs or IDs you have. But before I do that, I want to show you a use case where we can actually write to the event log. That is something
Okay.
you can do. Maybe you have scripts that run and you want to get some visibility into that. Well, you create a new event log.
Okay.
I use the application and I call it Andrew's party time.
Yeah.
Okay. Whenever I want, I can define the source of Andrew's party time and I can add an event ID. I chose 9001 because it's over 9,000. Ha ha ha. Information, it's not an error. I let you know what kind of entry type it is. We get the message. Go throw yourself a pizza party and make your boss pay for it. I didn't, don't quote me on that, but if it happens, I'm happy for you. What does
Thanks
this
in
mean?
advance, Kelly, for the pizza party.
Anytime.
Yeah, thank you, Kelly. I signed us all up for that. But what does this mean? Why would we want to write to the event log? Well, maybe as time goes on, we have scripts that run in our environment here or there, scheduled tasks or things going on, and you want to centrally keep track of sort of what your scripts are doing. Maybe that's to measure like what's actually being changed in the environment, or it's measuring how impactful your scripts are. That is a big component of this that you can keep track of. You're not going to completely litter the event log, and you can forward these and kind of collate the results of all the scripts and troubleshoot things. It's really adaptable, and I recommend checking it out. But that's a whole bunch of nerdy talk. I'm going to give you a little treat that you can take with you. You can modify and use to your heart's content, and I recommend actually improving it a little bit because there is some room for growth on this. You could make it so it targets multiple machines. You could add your own IDs. Let's see what I'm talking about here.
That's the
Holy
Andrew I know
guacamole.
right there.
Dude, it was actually so much more elaborate, but I ran into an issue. I had like notes on every single one on like what the issue was. But this is a ton of good stuff, and it'll tell you as you run it like what it actually is. But we have a bunch of security IDs that are relevant, a couple system, a couple application. Windows Defender is another one to check. There's probably stuff in your environment that's unique to you that is going to be relevant that you might not even know it exists until you kind of dig around a little bit. And then all of a sudden you can come back to your team and say, hey, I discovered this. We should probably keep track of it.
Dude, this is going to be, I would use this for compliance all day, every day.
You think it's going to work?
Can you, I'm sure you can. I'm assuming you can filter for things that are just errors.
Well, yeah, he's
Right.
got all those codes, so he's...
Yeah, that would be
You
the
change
level.
the
That is
codes
a
that you
really great
want.
point.
Yeah.
Thank you, kind sir. Where did I put that in this document? I believe it's at the top. Yes, so you can specify the level, right? So the level corresponds to it. I have it right here. So 2 is an error, warning, information verbose, and 0, I have not seen too much of this.
Because that's the thing with Event Viewer, right? There's so much information.
Yeah.
There's so much stuff being tracked, especially because
Yeah.
you could add more stuff to
Yeah,
track.
you can add it.
And, I was going through there and just like scrolling for days looking for like
Yeah.
errors to pop up, Oh,
Well, that's
no way.
part of what the compliance people are looking for. What do you want me to track? Okay, what do you need for your audit? Set it and forget it.
Oh, you would blow
Run
your auditor's
Andrew's-
mind.
I
setting
would
up
be
that
the
much stuff.
best.
Yeah.
I would be the best because I would run Andrew's script. I would track all those IDs and I would just set the logs and then just archive them. Done. Be amazing.
And this is the output of that script, though. Ton of event IDs, probably more than you want. But look at this. Oh, my goodness. Event ID 9001.
Oh,
Yeah, that's me.
custom.
Yes. We'll try this real quick. Output where ID equals boom. We're just going to select expand message. Oh my gosh, we've come full circle. I
It's a
can't
pizza
believe
party.
it.
It's a pizza party.
And there you go. Modify it to your heart's content. This will continue to loop and get you what you need. That is event logs.
That's awesome.
I love
Event
it.
logs is huge. It's one of those. I don't know, when you're starting out in IT, you kind of like open that up for the first time, and you're like, "What the heck am I looking at?" You know?
Yeah.
I'm still like that. Yeah, there's
That's
too
true.
much. So much noise.
It is
Well,
so much noise.
You got to put a use case to it.
Mhm.
And then once you realize, you're like, oh my gosh, it's going to make my life easier. Now it becomes so much better,
Yeah.
more
Hey.
usable.
You mind if I dip back to Connect real quick? I'm going to try the scan, see if it
Yeah.
actually scanned. And it did. Dylan, 25H2. There you go. And yes, Marcel had some comments in the chat talking about adding return code 3010,
Right.
which is if you leave the no restart flag on there, that way it doesn't error out.
Mhm.
I had it set to just continue. There might be some differences in the way it scans after, depending on whether you include that flag and have it no restart. So definitely take a look at what he included there in the chat. But again, this is just kind of like a quick way to get your devices upgraded from 24H2 to 25H2. Now, whether 25H2 is any better than 24H2, I don't know. I mean, there's not a lot of like new exciting features. The biggest one I think is going to be the changes to the Windows Start menu. but they're not even out yet. So even if you like go and like install this,
Mhm.
I don't think that they show up yet. I think those are coming at a later date still. So
You're ahead of your time,
trying.
Brock. All right. Thanks for watching, you guys. For PDQ, I'm Tara.
I'm Brock.
And that's Andrew someplace. Thank you so much for joining our webcast today. We really appreciate it. Do us a couple favors if you wouldn't mind. Like and subscribe to our channel. Leave us your comments. And as always, join us over on Discord because that's where the fun is. Have a great week. We will see you back here next time.